Hi everyone, welcome to High on Y podcast. Today the topic is going to be about how K-pop industry is getting revolutionized in India. And to spice up the things, we have Miss Shivangi on the board with us. And Shivangi is the co-founder of Pop in Asia. So let's hear from her. Could you please introduce more about yourself and what made you jump into this K-pop industry particularly, and so on so things?
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much for having me and having Pop in Asia. And second, Pop in Asia actually it is started by me and my friend Madhu.
Okay.
We are basically K-pop fangirls. We met in an event, K-pop event, and we wanted to conduct more events, bring in experience for other K-pop fans, and that is how it started. But we also have an influence of whole of Asia. So we
Got
did
it.
not want to restrict ourselves to Korea specifically, and we wanted to bring in the flavors of whole of Asia. So
Okay.
that's why it is Pop in Asia.
So the Pop in Asia is not only about K-pop, and you guys also like will be hosting the events related to Thai, Japanese, and all these
For
things.
sure, for sure.
Okay, okay, okay. So you are a fan of all these
Yes,
brands as well, is it?
yes.
Okay,
So it's not only, and then we are not restricted to only music
okay,
or entertainment per se. We also have thing events going on for cuisine. So we are also like fans of varied things about Asia.
okay. And the first question was, what made you become the fangirl of K-pop or any other, any other domains like Japanese or
Hmm.
Thai? I mean, what made you become a fangirl of those things apart from what you're missing out in India here?
So it's not that we are missing out anything in India, but it's just that we connected more to the K-pop music or
Okay,
the Korean music, and music is globally accepted to be a very unifying thing.
okay,
So we are not restricted. In India, also we have been having English
got
songs
it.
being famous. So similarly, it's
So
just
you
same.
meant to say that it's only because of the talent or music or what they are going to
Yeah.
perform, and it is being relatable to you guys.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And also there is a conversation or controversy, like if they are saying that mostly in K-pop industry, right? It
Mm,
is not the talent is not being personified,
mm.
rather than their looks and their beauty are more amplified than the talent. So is that true to any sense?
So it's again, everybody has a different perspective to see it. From our perspective, if you see, I think they are extremely talented bunch of people.
Okay,
They have a full performance package. It's not only singing, but they perform.
got it.
So it's not just visuals that we are talking about,
Mm-hmm.
it's the whole package that we are talking about. So it depends on the perspective that we have.
Okay. So my take on K-pop is
Mm,
more than the music or whatever they are bringing in, right? It is the crowds are more getting attracted towards the performance, like
mm,
rather than language, their steps and their body wise, and everything is being so much appreciated and being followed in India very much.
mm,
And so, according to me, it is like more than talent, their the way of living
mm.
and the way they how they are brought up. So that is being more followed and adapted in India.
Okay.
So is that true, or how you might have been with the circles of more
Mm.
K-pop fans, right? So what is their take on that?
I wouldn't say. I think the fans that we have met are very much into the music, the lyrics that they have.
Okay,
So yeah, they are somewhat performance, but then not only performance is what I would say.
got it.
And like even performance takes talent, right? So
True,
we cannot ignore that fact. Dancing also takes talent. So
got it.
yeah.
And there is this term called Korea Boo,
Hmm.
like someone who is not adapting to their own culture. For example, take India. So
Hmm.
I wanted to give up on Indian culture and wanted to adapt other countries' culture. So right now in India, in nook and corners of every part of India,
Hmm.
that this Korean culture is being so much has so much influence,
Hmm.
and there has been many number of Korea boos in particular, and this term is getting very
Hmm.
much popular.
Hmm.
And so is it something that is afraid to be like someone who is putting down their own heritage and culture and following the other thing?
Okay, so K-pop or Korean industry in general doesn't popularize any of such concept.
Okay.
Okay, it's not about leaving your thing and doing following something else, not getting influenced to that level.
Mm-hmm.
But then my take on that would be that we talk in English, that is not Indian. And we wear Western clothes, that is not Indian. How many of us do follow that Indian attire that we used to have, right? So it's not about leaving something. If you have the rational or rationality in your thinking, then it's not about leaving things,
Mm-hmm.
it's about having a cultural exchange, which has always been a part of Indian culture, I would say. So it's not wrong in any way.
Okay, yeah, it's not wrong. The thing is, when you talk about the attires, right? We
Hmm.
being westernized,
Hmm.
wearing modern clothes. So, since we have been colonized for a longer period of time, we
Hmm.
have that impact on us.
Hmm.
And in the similar manner, should we be afraid that we would be, not exactly to be colonized, but at least to be influenced by the Korean dressings or culture or whatever the way they are right now? They are giving the Korean language coaching and everything is
Hmm.
free right now in India, and they have multiple centers.
Yeah.
So is it something that they wanted to influence or impact, like forcefully influence on us?
Okay, I don't think so. Learning a language is ever a setback,
Yes.
right? You know, talking about learning German or Spanish, why is that glorified and why is learning Korean not so glorified? It's okay. It's
No,
okay if
yeah,
people, choose to learn Korean. It's okay to have another language that you know.
it's always appreciable to be,
Yeah,
having multiple
yeah.
languages at your list. And so my thing is, German, Spanish,
Hmm,
and whatever
hmm,
the language it is, right? It will give you a great value, and even Korean is also going to add a good value to your
hmm,
resume or portfolio.
hmm,
But then, if you take a step to learn any other language, Spanish or German,
hmm,
there is a fee which is coming into the picture. But when I think about Korean, it is free almost. And even when we talk about the streamlining medias, right?
hmm,
There, the Korean channels or things like in particular videos or whatever the shows they are bringing
hmm,
in Amazon Mini TV, it is free almost.
hmm.
So something they are giving it for free, and we being mostly getting
Free
influenced by whatever
consumer.
the free things which we are getting. And my thing is, I mean, I'm concerned about only that thing. So
Hmm.
if it is something free, obviously many people will be interested to know what is it. At least in that way they'll be having more number of audiences, or what is the concern or question.
See, from their perspective, it's always a market that they want to tap in, right?
Exactly.
So we can have Indian series also, like we can promote Indian series, but the point is that Korean entertainment globally is gaining so much attention because they bring in more uh, emotional story, or they are tapping into the right things that people want or crave for.
Okay.
So I think that is giving them an edge over everything else.
So you meant to say that their emotional things, or the way they make movies or series, it is having a connection with our
Exactly,
audience.
exactly.
Okay.
So since they are creating that connection with the audience,
Mm-hmm.
so they're just trying to tap into the market, and they're doing the right. They're doing it right way. So it's good if we can adapt that. Uh, but then they have already nailed it. So.
Okay. And right now, the thing is, with the Korean idols, right? Idols or artists,
Mm-hmm.
they are forced to live it in that particular way. So I mean, according to my knowledge, I mean my research or whatever we have did, it is there are few things saying that body weight should be under 50 kg, and they are forced to follow certain diets, and few people are fainting in the stages,
Mm-hmm.
and which is not not very much seen in the any other industries or anything, like not in India anywhere.
Yeah.
So is it something that they're forcing on them and having a separate marketing on that particular thing?
Yeah. So, like we fans, I can talk from a fan's
Yeah.
perspective that fans have been raising this concern about the pressure that they face
Hmm.
in their media industry, I would say.
Okay.
Yes, there's the beauty standards are pretty high. That's across Asia, and I would not limit that because I would say that in India also we somehow face those beauty standards. Maybe not in that industry or not that harshly, but we do face once
Yeah.
on a once on the other one on the other way, we do face that. So it's not different from what the Asian mindset overall is, but yes, we have been raising concerns about
Okay.
that being too harsh for the idols also.
So that has been voiced out, you're
Yes,
saying,
yes,
by the fans as well as the people who are following.
yes.
I mean, since you are a fangirl for more than like a decade, maybe,
Decade, yes.
so you will understand the nuances in that particular
Hmm.
industry. Right now, if me being a person
Hmm.
and getting to know something related to K-pop industry, first thing when I'm googling or something, the first thing which I'm getting to know is they are being forced in a certain way to live in that lifestyle. And if any other people
Hmm.
who just wanted to follow the K-pop thing or like get into that particular way of music listenings and
Hmm.
stuffs,
Hmm.
will they, does it not affect the people who try to follow? Because right now if I'm looking at their body shapes and things, none of the idols are more than 50 kgs. Like, I don't know how they are maintaining that, but still, it is being terrified, right? Because
Yeah.
people who are following right now, they are trying to follow the same diet,
Hmm.
and following diet is obviously a good thing, but not to that core level, right?
Yeah, so that is what I said. Ki as fans, we have been raising concern that that's not how idols should be trained, because they are
Hmm.
extremely talented people and they sell because of their talent, not because of their body weight per
Mm-hmm.
se. So there are groups which are, leaving all these trend,
Okay.
the body weight trend that we have, but it's still a long way to go. Yeah, as fans, we can only promote that what is good. We can have a rational thought about it.
Okay. And South Korea
Hmm.
is being considered as the surgical capital of the world. So most number of plastic surgeries are being happened
Hmm.
in South Korea. And as you told, it is happening all over Asia and all over the world, most
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
But then the worry is they being doing it more, like
Hmm.
it morely most 60% of the surgeries happening only in South Korea.
Hmm.
And that is something which we have to be worried of, being an Indian following that kind of a culture. And like, should we be afraid of that particular info?
Okay, so again, there's two way of looking at it. First way is that we should be afraid that people might follow and fall into that same pit.
Yeah.
The second way would be that everyone holds a choice, right? They're not doing anything, like those surgeries are not conducted on anyone less than 18,
Hmm.
right? So it's like after 18 you get a right to vote. So the government thinks that you're already sensible enough to choose who leads you, who governs the
Got
whole
it. Yeah.
government, a whole country. So in that sense, you also have that sensibility of choosing how you want to look. It may fail, it may be a success. There are failures in plastic surgeries also. We've
Mm-hmm.
seen extreme cases also where the plastic surgery fails are very extreme.
Okay.
So that is the case, but then you should hold responsibility of what do you want. Similar to how makeup works.
Yes.
Makeup is a very a temporary kind of a
It's a
check.
temporary deal.
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, it's mostly like your body and your choice. You're open to
exactly,
choose what you want.
exactly.
But to get into that stage, we the artists are forced to do that, right? Forced to take this step ahead. Because if you're not doing it or not conducting any plastic surgeries
Hmm.
for you, I mean, it is not my wish. My wish is to get featured on the stage, and I want to become a K-pop artist. Being said that, it is again, it is not going to be my choice, because I can look like a fat or thin boy or whatever it is. But if I want to act on a stage, and if I want to mingle with that crowd,
Hmm.
and if I want to tap on into any other audiences, say India or any other
Hmm.
Asian countries, I have to look like that. So it is somewhere being forced, right? Like the surgeries and the cosmetic things what they follow.
That is again very relative.
Hmm.
So now I think globally, whatever they have acclaimed,
Okay.
whatever fame that they have, is not only based on looks. That is what I told you first.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not based on only looks, because the international fans are also trying to get to know their lyrics, get to know the song, and we are trying to check them as a whole package, not just visuals. It might be a history that they would have
Yeah.
of having only visuals and focusing on that. But now I think they're more working on their talent, the
Got
performance, and their lyrics and their songs. I think that is what is bringing them audience.
it. Okay. Do you like Korean guys more?
I don't have a preference as such.
Okay.
I am like, if the guy is good, the guy is good.
And given a choice of a Indian and then a Korean guy, whom would you choose? Like
Again, it depends. Like
on
you can have a toxic Korean guy.
okay.
So
So is it based on the looks you're talking about, or the upbringing, how they respect and treat
uh,
women?
yeah,
Okay,
overall personality. When I talk about personalities, it's about how they treat us,
got it.
right?
So you're
So
not restricting that he has to be this particular
mhm,
ethnicity or whatever.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And talking about the cosmetics industry, right? So 2021 to till date, it has been grown into like multiplied into different folds.
Mm,
Like the industry is getting very vast and huge. It has been around 8.3 billion, and now we are seeing it at 12.1 billion USD.
mm,
And the Korean cosmetics, right? The glossy skin or the
mm,
glowing skin, whatever the idols are showcasing in the stage,
mm,
that people are trying to get the same kind of a skin. And it is a good market actually to play with as a business. But then selling those kind of products in here, people are getting like false influenced maybe.
mm.
Or do you feel that it is a good thing to follow comparing to any other brands which is locally made in India?
Okay. I have been using a few Korean products,
Okay.
and trust me, they are good. They're very good. So it's not just about false marketing, but they do have good products when compared to any other brands as
Mm-hmm.
such. So I think it's not always a false marketing that they
Okay.
do. They do make good product.
Not
They
a
do.
false
Hmm,
marketing. I meant to say that the glossy skin, right? The
hmm, hmm,
glowing skin. What
hmm.
is it called? Like
Glass skin.
glass skin.
Hmm,
So that has been personified more here.
hmm,
And if I wanted to, for example, before this, where there is no existence of a Korean cosmetic particular
yeah.
thing, we were forced to, or we were only allowed to have the products which is locally available,
Hmm,
or which is easily purchasable and obtainable
hmm,
and used.
hmm.
And right now, following that K-pop idol, now K-drama and K-pop industry is being more popular in India. Looking at that idol, I'm going for the Korean product is what I'm saying.
It's not about only looking at the idols and going for the Korean products. The ones who try that,
Hmm.
I think they find a difference between what you were using
Okay.
and what we are using right now. So I have seen that difference when compared to the local brands that I was using. And that was also not local. We are getting
Yeah.
some Western brands here.
Okay.
So it's all about marketing that we are doing. So we are getting any Western brand which was
Hmm.
very easily available or very feasible for a common crowd.
Okay.
And now when I replace it with any Korean products which is well researched on,
Hmm.
and when you go through the ingredients that they use, it's very well rehearsed on.
Okay. So you
So
meant to say it's a good product
good
altogether.
product. And so we find that difference between the product that we were using and the product that we are getting from Korean brands.
Okay. And is there anything in India where we can get the Korean products, like a market for Korean products,
Yeah,
brands like
now it's very easily available. I think Minimalist and
mhm.
these brands, like taking names,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
these brands are promoting those Korean ingredients products.
Okay.
So we it's very easily available in the market
In the
now.
market right now.
Yeah.
Okay. And talking about the upbringing, right? So I have heard a statement that people who have been growing in Korea
Hmm.
have more respect
Hmm.
and more concern towards the women,
Hmm.
especially,
Hmm.
and which has been not seen in India is what K-pop audiences or the person who are following the K-pop idols
Hmm.
are thinking. So don't you feel it is a wrong statement or?
Yes, that is a wrong statement,
Okay.
and I don't think so. We in any or fans in any way promote that.
Okay.
You cannot actually discuss these things with kids.
Yeah.
So we have many kid followers. So you cannot actually discuss these things because they see from one perspective.
Got it.
But as you grow up, as you mature in your journey of life,
Mm-hmm.
you tend to have a more rational thinking about everything. It's not like Korean society is free from all the wrongs
Hmm.
and everything, and India is bad. We're not promoting that. We are not buying that
Okay.
fact at all. So the thing is, yeah, they have been like all of Asia. Again, I am a very Asian influenced
Mm-hmm.
person. So I would say that whole of Asia, even here, don't we respect elders? Aren't we taught to do that?
Exactly.
Don't we, have certain ways ki, uh, this is your senior, you should talk a certain way. This is your junior, you should have a certain way of conversation. So the same thing is followed in Korea also.
Okay.
It's no different. And people are bad here, people are bad there.
Both.
It's always the two sides of the coin. People are good there, people are good here also. It's not like we are comparing that
Okay.
it's better and here we are not having that. It's not that.
Yeah, also we have a controversial statement that Korean idols, mostly the gents, they're looking like gays and without beards, mustache,
Hmm.
and mostly Indian girls, they are getting attracted towards. I mean, in the traditional way, it has not been followed in that manner. Right now, we have that statement. So I don't want you to take a stand on that or anything. I just wanted to discuss on that.
Hmm. So he, I would say that's how their regional thing maybe. They don't have generally have beard.
Yeah,
Okay, that's how they are. We cannot compare that. People looking like a certain way are something.
got it.
Okay, so yeah, I would say that it's not, again, visual is not the only thing that girls fall
Hmm.
into. um, the overall personality is what matters. So yeah, it's not just looks.
And here in India particularly, how people are getting influenced is, since they don't have a beard and mustache, they have a good girl fans following on for them.
Hmm.
And here people in India trying to remove mustache, beard, and trying to act, look, and same, like pretending to be someone else.
Hmm.
And I mean, I have seen in multiple interviews, so people are giving an open statement that after me shaving my mustache and beard, I'm getting more number of girls
Girls.
following.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, isn't it a good thing if you're grooming yourself?
I mean, I'm
Then,
losing on my identity, right? I mean, having mustache and beard is not an identity again. But as you told, Koreans, like by nature, they'll not be
hmm,
having it.
hmm,
And Indians, by nature, will be having our own things like
hmm,
beard, mustache, and everything. So, a person has been influenced to remove all those things, losing my heritage and culture,
hmm.
just to have some good attention where other people are getting. I want to get replicate the same. So that influence is being glorified here, is what I'm saying.
So it depends if you're looking for girls following you,
Hmm.
then
We
go
have to
on,
remove
yeah,
the beard
go
and
on.
mustache.
Go on, groom your personality, and then you're there. But apart from that, I think that doesn't actually hold importance when you actually start living life.
Okay.
Okay, it's how you manage things. Even if you have 1,000 girls following you, you'll get to marry only one, right?
Of course.
You end up with one. So it's like
Hard choice.
a choice, but yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, if that grooms your personality, why not try
Okay.
it? And they have really cracked that fashion wala quotient.
Hmm.
So if you try following that, if you like that genre of fashion,
Okay.
again, fashion has a different meaning to everyone. You might have a bearded look as something that
Yeah.
you glorify. I might like clean shaved men. So that's again a choice, personal
Yeah.
choice. So if you think you fit into that clean shaved zone, then why not try it?
Go for it yourself.
Exactly.
And let's talk about Pop in Asia.
Mm.
So you and your friends started this together,
Yes.
right? This is mostly started to bring in the Asian culture and conducting the events here in Bangalore, especially.
Okay.
And like, what are your future plans? How are you going to take Pop in Asia into the next fold?
So, yeah, currently we are conducting events only in Bangalore, but
Okay.
we don't try restricting ourselves to Bangalore
Mm-hmm.
itself. I think we have whole of India, for us to
Okay.
explore
Yeah.
and have events, because I think since I said that cultural exchange has always been a part of Indian thing, right?
Yeah.
So. Every part of India is some or the other way very influenced to that Asian thing, and
Okay.
it's good to have that. If we as Asians would be like one team, it's always good to be in one team.
So you are putting a barrier to all the discrimination and bringing
Yes,
everyone together.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm bringing everyone together.
So in Pop in Asia, you'll be conducting events for K-pop as well as Japanese, Thai, Indian,
Everything. Yes.
everything.
Yeah. All of Asia.
Okay. And by events in the sense, what do you mean? Like, what kind of events is it going to be? People who's
So yeah,
the
for
idols who's going to come and sing here,
hmm.
or is it like
So
what?
for now, we have been conducting very audience centric events where we gather in crowd and we have events around them,
Okay.
either games or a meetup or
Hmm.
DJs. So all these are audience centric, but we plan to have more artist centric events also, like concerts or festivals, music festivals. So we plan to have that. That's in the future. Hopefully we get there.
Okay. And how's the response over here in Bangalore, particularly? Like when you guys are hosting an event or
Hmm.
so, and if you wanted to bring in any K-pop idol,
Hmm.
what kind of a response we can expect from this crowd?
I think Bangalore is very good response that we receive from Bangalore in
Okay.
that sense, because we had a few music festivals, like K-pop specific music festivals also in Bangalore. I think the response was immense.
Hmm.
So, and the events that we conducted for that also, people do turn up from Bangalore has been so like having so distant
Okay.
altogether, but people do turn up from like literally the other part of the
Hmm.
Bangalore, and turn up for the event.
Okay.
So yeah, I think the response is very good, and yeah, we can probably gather more crowd.
Okay. So here the audience fan base is very good
Yes, yes.
for K-pop as well as the Thai, sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
the
For
Asian
for
influence.
for all of Asia.
Okay. So that makes sense. Like, and also, is it mostly the girls who are following K-pop and this Asian cuisines or not cuisines, the Asian culture particularly, or gents, men's, or everyone is following the
No,
trend?
I think I've met a few men
Hmm.
who have been so much into K-pop or music entertainment. So I've met men
But when we
following.
talk about the ratio, is it lesser, way lesser?
Yeah, it's comparatively less,
Okay.
but then it's again a win, because I would say that girls have always been influenced with all these series and cosmetics,
Okay. In
makeup.
particular, yeah.
Yeah, so like women have always been inclined to all these, but
Okay.
finding men in that industry is
Tough
good.
thing again.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah. Choco boys, rugged boys, Korean boys. Who's next? So the question is, before 2 decades, the Choco boys have been mostly beautified and been glorified to the most extent. And after that, the rugged boys, like people with beard, mustache, and everything. And now, the Korean culture, obviously, the K-pop boys and Korean boys are getting most
Hmm.
attraction. And I think there has been an award as well, right? The sexiest person or some
Yeah.
award has been given to the. So the thing is, does women's getting easily influenced by the things which shown in internet, or what is the take on that?
So I think the choices keeps on evolving, right? It's not only about women; it's
Hmm.
about men also. Men used to like uh, girls in saris,
Okay.
Now it's good to have girls having dresses. So it's like psychology. It's all about evolving choices. So it keeps on evolving. We might have something else coming up in the
Yeah,
next
of
decade.
course. We
We
can't
can, yeah.
predict as well. So,
And
yeah.
talking about the award that you told,
Mm-hmm.
so we do have many Indian men also in the list.
Oh,
So we
nice.
have Hrithik Roshan being listed
Yes.
as one of the most sexy
Mm-hmm.
men. So I think we do have our own version of K-pop boys that you told.
Okay. So, it is like mostly women's are getting like changing that preference more often quietly,
Hmm.
and whereas as the example you cited,
Hmm.
we used to like the girls who are wearing sari. I mean, mostly like
Yeah.
person who are wearing saris, women who
Hmm.
wear saris, and women
Hmm.
who wear western clothes.
Hmm.
It is like the again, it is related and revolving in this particular thing, right? I mean, in the culture and heritage is what I mean. But when we talk about the women's preferences on men's, it is changing like from 0 to 100. Like the vast difference is what I'm saying.
It's not a vast difference. It's about the exposure that we get.
Yeah.
So
So you're calling it as an exposure. I'm calling it as an influence.
yeah, but I think influence. If that influence is not making anything bad,
Okay.
it's okay.
I mean, it's
We do fall for people we see in television.
series. Yeah.
So yeah. But you don't have to compete to those actors or heroes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not a competing thing.
Hmm.
So here, if you can see, mostly the
Hmm.
college kids and school kids are getting mostly attracted to the K-pop
Hmm.
industry, right? And shouldn't Indian boys feel left out since everyone is mostly inclined towards K-pop industry?
Have you seen the fashion sense that now
Now,
boys
yeah.
have? So I think that's a good influence. Trust
Okay.
me.
I mean, you're saying that now Indian boys are getting influenced by K-pop world.
In general, good fashion sense.
Okay.
Just a t-shirt and a jeans
Hmm.
might not be as good, which now I've seen people wear. So the boys are taking effort. That's good.
So let's do rapid fire question now. And what is your favorite K-drama
Itaewon Class.
and favorite K-pop artist
Baekhyun from EXO.
and favorite food from the Korean industry?
I like kimbap.
What is that?
That's like a roll,
Okay.
like Kim roll. The
Okay. Anyways, weird. And have you been to Korea?
uh, yeah,
Okay. And what is the place which you like in Korea? I mean, which part of Korea?
I think Gangnam is what I
Okay. So
like.
it is a place in Korea which you
Yes,
like the
it's very
most.
happening.
Okay. Is it like the metro cities in Korea? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. And what is the biggest misconception among Korean K-pop fans?
So there are two misconceptions. One is that K-pop fans are kids,
Okay.
and second is that we are there for only visuals. They are more than that.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you so much for coming. And
Thank you.
yeah, wishing you all the very best for your K-pop in Asia as well.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching the High on Why podcast. And if any queries related to the events or K-pop events, K-dramas or whatever it is, the page which you guys have to be following is Pop in Asia. Reach out to them for any of your parties or concerts or any arrangements. They'll be doing it for the best. See you guys in the next episode.